Liberty Learning Foundation. Okay. Okay, she is not here. Mr. Robert Johnson, County Road 181. And remind everybody that you got 5 minutes.
5 minutes, all right. Hello, Commissioners. I think you all know who I am, but just as a refresher, I'm Robert Johnson, and I live on County Road 81. Sometime back, I circulated a petition. I brought it to this meeting. I don't know if everybody's seen it because the commissioners have changed a little bit. But I'm here tonight because I just want to give y'all an update about the road. And I have spoken to Mr. Sexton about this, so that's why I'm coming to the commission to ask you to allow him to do something. He has to do what you tell him. All the funding comes through the commission. The road has now gotten so bad that it's actually falling apart at the edges. And there's one place in particular where the back when it was really rainy, not like a month ago, like 2 or 3, when it was really like every day, and the dirt crossed the road. So I called Mr. Sexton about it, and I said, the dirt's crossing the road. Well, he got a crew down there, and they dug it out. But the problem is, it's wide, and so it's eroding the edge of the road. I've discussed all this with Mr. Sexton. He knows all about it. Well, they came in and kind of filled on that edge where it was eroding. And then I called Mr. Sexton a couple of days later, and I said, I've noticed there's tire tracks over on that dirt. So how safe is that you have vehicles coming down there with one side of the vehicle on the paved part and the other side in the dirt on the side of the road? So again, that's why I'm here. I'm asking the commission to give Mr. Sexton the fund to accomplish that. And the really rough part is right there. This is all caused by this water runoff. The water normally doesn't come across the road, but what happens is the road is flat, so there's puddles, and people drive through it, sometimes insanely. You got a pothole. Last time I called Mr. Sexton, I said, there's some potholes out there. Boom. It was like the next day or 2 days later, he was helping us out. So I really appreciate him doing that work for us and has made it better. But now that the road has gotten even worse, I'm not sure what can be done. I mean, I'm not here to offer any suggestions. I'm not a road engineer, but it's up to y'all whether to get this corrected or not now. Mr. Sexton told me that the road is on the list for the next fiscal year, and so I would appreciate y'all looking at that and seeing if that's going to happen. And I would also invite all of you to come down there and look at that road. That road is so rough. I usually drive over that. Remember me describing that section is really bad? I usually drive through there about 5-6 miles an hour. Well, tonight somebody was behind me, and the driver was creeping along behind me while I was creeping along, and then kind of pulled over to the side. That's dangerous. Somebody could come flying down that road. Bam, that would be it. Now, finally that person was getting ready to pass me when I was through the really rough part, and I accelerated, and that driver came back over. But it's gotten more dangerous. It's gotten more beat up. Somebody also came and threw some gravel out there, I guess when they filled in the potholes. We need more than that. We need more than that. If not the whole road, at least that really bad part, which is from where the state road, well, is that state or county?
County road.
51.
County road.
51's the county, thank you. Where the dog leg from 51 ends to, excuse me, where the hill goes back up. Because there's no water laying where there's a slope, okay? It just runs off. But typically on that road, it runs down into that low part. So please, if you can help us. I'm not asking for a new courthouse.
Okay, we'll get, if it's a safety issue, Mr. Johnson, then Heath already has the authority to do something about it, if it's a safety issue. So he'd have to look at it and make that determination.
Yeah, it's about 3 safety
Okay.
issues. Remember before I mentioned
Oh, yeah.
about the cars coming around
Right,
the curve,
right.
driving down the middle of the road? That
Okay,
was the
you're,
number one.
Right.
Now the road's crumbling.
yes, sir, we understand. Your 5 minutes is up.
5 minutes is up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Rod Williams. Rod Williams is a no-show. Okay, brings us down to the sheriff. You got 5 minutes.
Might give some of mine to somebody else.
For the safety, one of mine.
Tonight, I've got 2 new hires. They're gonna be corrections officers at the jail. I'll be requesting a resolution to hire Destiny Shatori Brown as corrections officer. And Jeremy D. Hughes as a corrections officer. Those will be requesting a resolution for tomorrow night to hire both of those.
And Landon James.
That one's full.
Okay. Full bullet point number 2.
Pull that one.
Okay, got 2 of them. All right, oh, yeah, that was quick.
I got some notes here for another one if.
No, we're gonna skip that one too. Okay, Commission Office, Miss Sylvia.
Tomorrow night, I'll be asking for a resolution to withdraw the bid award to Gillespie Construction. As you know, Chilton Water will do the hookups for that project. There'll be a resolution ready for you tomorrow night. A resolution to reclassify Elizabeth Ratliff from an hourly employee to a salary employee effective 7/19/2025.
And this is Libby, right?
Yes.
That is correct. And the only other thing I have is in your packets, there was an event for RC&D. It will be August the 4th at 10 a.m. at the council chambers at the City Hall. The collaboration between RC&D and our legislatures. So award these grants to several Chilton County entities. So,
They bone told me to remind you you had 5 minutes too, but I knew you wasn't gonna take 5 minutes.
no, sir, that's all I have. Thank you.
Would you remind me of the dates again?
August 4th at 10 a.m. I believe that's a Monday.
Okay, E911. I believe Sheriff's got that one covered. Oh, Makisha does.
Trey asked me to cover this for him, but he'll be here tomorrow night if you have additional questions, just so that if you choose to vote on it. City Switch is wanting to install a tower at the jail for AT&T, and it'd be no cost to the county. It'd be $2,000 up front, $1,000 a month rental, and we would also have a spot on that for future P25 connections.
Don't sound like we can beat that offer.
Right.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, the cost of a tower. Yeah. Okay,
I got a question.
all right.
Did they happen to mention what height they would give us that spot?
That is, Trey probably knows, but we can put that one on here.
Okay.
Yeah, good
He'll be
question.
here tomorrow night, we can ask.
So if we at 25 feet.
Yeah, I know where you're
No,
going.
it's
Good
supposed to be a
question.
fairly standard tower, I think.
I understand. I just wondered if they had given the height yet.
Okay,
The P25 radio system, he said both tower sites are complete. They're working with Central Alabama Electric to provide power at the water treatment plant site and the propane setup. Equipment is staged at both sites and will be installed over the next month. Equipment inside the 911 center will be installed in the next 2 weeks. And then once they've reprogrammed all the radios, they'll begin testing on
Very good.
Getting closer and closer.
Mm-hmm. It's only been 5 years that we've been involved.
Isn't that something?
Let me make a statement,
Department to spray for us.
It's
that unless something has
It's
changed.
next. It's next on there, John.
He's
Hang on, hold on a minute, McKeisha. John.
While I'm thinking about it, if something hasn't changed, Sheriff, you may know, or Darrell, you may know, Cushman. We got Kenwood P25 radios, and then we got Motorola. Well, now, what I understand, Kenwood, you gotta send them up to Huntsville to get them programmed. Can't take them to Birmingham. Am I correct on that?
I don't know about that.
That's what Trey has told me a couple of times now.
Trey said that, it's probably gonna be accurate, because he's more up to date on
Yeah,
that.
he's told me that, so we gotta be careful. The Kenwood were a little bit cheaper, but now, and Motorola always had to program them. That's their golden rule, but now they gotta be sent up there, and I don't know why I have not got in depth with Trey, but just for FYI on a Kenwood radio.
Okay.
He's requesting assistance from the road department to spray herbicide at the P25 sites. And he said that'll help clear access and prevent overgrowth from damaging the infrastructure.
Okay. Does he know he'll need to send an email request?
Well, he's put in the request here for y'all to approve it. Is that not the procedure?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause we don't have an agreement with 911.
Procedure, I think, already for that, and it is the email, I think. So the email, if they'll be responsible for the cost reimbursement.
I thought they had to come before you to approve it.
I don't
Unless it's
think
already
so.
part of the procedure.
As long as, I think it was as long as the agreement was accepted with and reimbursement was made to the
You know,
road
we
department.
did change it, I think we did change it, yes, we did, I think we did change it.
Okay, so we've got to approve it.
And, the main thing is gonna be the cost reimbursements.
Yeah, how we handle that.
I'll leave that to y'all.
We'll figure that out
And
Yeah.
tomorrow and do whatever we
Yeah.
can do tomorrow night.
I'll,
Get me started.
Okay, well, we'll just,
I put a duration on it for a year or something like that. So
Yeah.
Same
Same
as court,
same as courthouse.
190?
90 feet.
It was 190? 190, Chairman? on the height.
190.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's better than 10 feet off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
No, it'd be useless.
All right, we'll handle that tomorrow night, McKeisha.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
The Motorola maintenance service agreement, it's time to renew that, and he's asking for that to be approved and the chairman to sign.
Okay. All right, is that it?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Parks and Rec. Which one of y'all's handling? There you come. Director Giles.
Good evening.
All I got is a new hire, Gary Pilgrim, as Park and Recreation CSR. And they had the payroll effective July the 23rd, pay rate shown on the tax.
All right,
That's all I got.
very good.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Heath, you got 5 minutes.
Borrow my 3 minutes there.
Well, you get 3 from Sylvia, 3 from you, so. No, we're not going that route.
I gave my 3 to Keith.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Commissioner. First, I'd like to start with the SWA invoice. This is from AlDOT, and this reimburses AlDOT for their work assisting with our federal aid projects. We have an ongoing County Road 49 safety widening and guardrail, and they sent the invoice to get our balance back up to $2,000. Next, we don't use it often, but when we do have ice storms, we have to wait until the bridges ice over. When they ice over, we have crews stand by, and they go out and they spread sand on top of the bridges. Usually the bridges are the worst, sometimes roads, but usually the bridges are the first to freeze over because they don't have any ground underneath to keep them warm. And we recently, last year, purchased some new flatbed dump trucks that we use to pull around our mini-X and backhoes and other equipment. And we currently do have a sand spreader. It's a hydraulic spreader on the back of a military truck, a surplus military truck that we were given years and years ago. It's a great piece of equipment because it's a 6x6, so you can't get any better traction than that. But with its age, it's starting to have issues, and the maintenance on it alone is very expensive. So we got this quote on the attachments from Warren to have a spreader body that they would retrofit our hydraulics in the dump truck to be able to also operate this. We take it on and off as needed, and it would run off the hydraulics. And this would give us something very dependable for when we do have those ice storms. Also, on occasion, when prepping a road, sometimes counties put down a prime treatment right after they compacted the dirt to protect it from the weather, so that gives them time before they pave. Typically, we have our chip seal equipment ready, so we haven't done the extra cost with the prime, but that would also give us the option, because when you put down the prime, it's just basically liquid asphalt, and in order for loud traffic to come back onto it, you have to put sand on it. So that was another use for the sand spreader, something we wouldn't use too often, but at this price and the trucks we got, it might be something we might be interested in, so I would ask for approval for that. Let's see, I want to talk about, I want to skip over to our 26 LRSI grant application. As I said, in the last 2 years, we've been awarded a grant, safety widening and guardrail, and then last year guardrail on County Road 16. We've looked all around our county system, and we've noticed that we've got a curve on County Road 54 that needs guardrail, and there's also a box culvert there that doesn't have any rail. And also on County Road 23, there's 2 structures there with substandard railing that we'd like to replace. So with that being said, I would ask for approval to apply for improvements for guardrail improvements to County Roads 54 and 23. Next up, I just want to talk about employee removal from payroll, as shown on the attachment. Talk about our project updates. County Road 49, the LRSI project, the widening is completed, except for 2 areas that need to be a little disturbance in the asphalt. Maybe we got a little cold or something like that, and there's a little rough area in 2 spots, so we're going to do that. Afterwards, to be ready for the stripe and the scoring, and also the guardrail replacement at the culvert next to close to the Clanton city limits. Also, we've opened up bids. The first one was project CP 2025-29. That's on the sheet that I just handed you, the top sheet. This is for basically placing a wearing surface over the roads that the counties have reconstructed. We've gone in and milled up the existing deteriorated and pavement with lots of base failures. And we brought in a lot of material and compacted it, and then put a chip seal on it. Matter of fact, I guess County Road 95, we're planning on putting the chip seal on it Wednesday and Thursday. And we've already completed 633. And the last one is 762 right there by Love's. There's a short section there. But we should have that done when the contract's ready to go and put that final wearing surface on it, as well as a traffic stripe and paper markers. As you can see on the bid, there's 2 bidders, with the low bidder being Wiregrass Construction with a bid of $599 to $842.60. I looked at all the items, and they looked good. These bids, as you can tell, were very close, so it was very competitive. I think on the north end of the county, Dunn was able to compete a lot more. And so I would recommend awarding this bid. We have the funds to do that. The next project is RA-CCP 1167625-25. And this project, we bid out using asphalt to level all the dips and some of the patches on patches, and possibly even maybe in the past a few spots with base failures. We were going to level over that with asphalt, and then we were going to cut the edges, because the road is really raveled. It's a chip sealed road, and that's the complaint we get. And it's used to be a 20-foot wide road, and probably some sections is only 17. And we were going to cut all the jagged edges off, and use asphalt to widen the pavement on each side to give it a full 24-foot width, 12-foot lanes. I will say this bid was also competitive. But I think the low bid was about $300,000 a mile or so, and that's maybe a little bit higher than normal. But I will say the project on County Road 23, where we're doing full depth, the contractors has been working on that for a little over a week, and that project looks really good. It's creating a good strong road bed, a whole new road bed, and I think that project, when you add the traffic stripe and the wearing surface, is going to come out to about $375,000 a mile, so it's a little more. But you get a whole new road. Looking back on it, I'd give the commission the option that we can either award this bid that we received, or if y'all want, we could reject the bids and bid it out with two options. One option for asphalt widening and resurfacing, kind of like we have now, and the other option to be full depth reclamation with cement. And if we do that, I think we'd probably need to proceed with getting a testing company to go ahead and get samples and test it to get a mix design and provide us inspection services if we choose that option. I've talked to them, and they are available to get samples next week, and they would be able to provide us a mix design by August 11th or 12th, which would be before the bids would be received and opened on August 26th. So it's possible to do it, and we'd probably advertise the bids and send out the bid documents and say, and to all the bidders, we would send them that notice of what the mix design was going to be once we got it, before the bids came in. It'll be a little bit on the tight end as far as getting it in this year. They think they can, but you know how much rain we've had this year. So this is a tough one for me. You know, the $300,000 versus the $375,000.
Well, Heath is doing this because I brought up to him when we were talking today, the base failures that I see on 16 between 37 and 15. And I've seen the extra asphalt put down in places where there's low spots, and what you get a low spot 5 or 6 years later. And I asked him if it's possible to get this done in time where we can get this paved this year. And it's gonna be a very tight window to do that. So we've got a choice of chancing that tight window and doing that, or going ahead and accept these bids and just put asphalt down.
Well, if there's a base failure though, we're just gonna be right back where we was.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would say we put it out there for testing, and if it's a base failure, we just redo the whole thing.
And 16's got so much log truck traffic. It's got a lot of heavy traffic, and I do not think.
And that's a little over 5 miles of section of road, right?
5.3.
And so you gotta, I'd hate to spend that kind of money and then 5 years from now, we're patching, significant patching.
Yeah,
you know?
and any of us who've been and seen this full depth reclamation and what the result is, that's the ticket, the way to go for a good road.
What are we looking at cost on the testing?
Well, the last testing, we just like 23. I've asked for them to provide agreement, but the last one was $6,500 to do the testing, and then and provide the mix design, which tells you the amount of cement needed and the optimal moisture content for compaction. And I think they charge $900 a day for an inspector to be on site monitoring those numbers and all the lab gear.
I got
That
it.
was 60, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. This is a personal question.
That was, you said that was on County Road 23, and that was about 4 miles?
4.3.
Is that how they charge for the testing?
By the day? Oh, just a flat fee there.
Oh, it's a flat fee, doesn't matter the mileage?
You
No,
gonna-
They may
here's a
charge
better
a
question.
little more, so it's another mile, but basically they try to take samples every, I think, 1,000 feet or so, so it could be a few more samples they have to take, but it shouldn't be extreme.
Somewhere
difference.
around the same cost, $60-something hundred dollars.
Yeah, I'd say,
I
yeah,
got
to
you.
65 to
That's
$7,500, I would think
a
it'd be
big
about.
that's a small money for a big investment.
Yeah, I'm
like
just,
that.
I'm just not, I mean, if we can do it right. If that thing's got, like Commissioner Williams said, if they didn't clear and grub it right when they first initially put it down, and it's got stumps under it or something, we're gonna be right back where we were. We might as well just do it right the first time.
Do we want to do the, both options, or just do the one for the full depth?
I would get the testing done, and
I'd do this full depth.
I would.
What do you recommend?
Like I said, it's pros and
He's
cons.
the engineer.
He sits on the fence.
Well, I would say that for most of these roads, that we have had a lot of success with the widening, leveling, and resurfacing with asphalt. But it is true that pretty much all the road strength comes from the base. And if you reconstruct it, you know what you got. And if you don't, you could always end up with some defects. But for, it would last, it would be assured that would be a good road.
Well, one
know-
example is, what is that, 199, comes off 607?
Yeah.
Yeah, one good example, there's about 3 spots on that road that the base was done and done like this, and now the asphalt is basically slid on some of the hills.
My personal note was, don't move your signs for about 6 or 8 weeks. Cause I'm working that High Line through there and I'm using your signs as well. That is no joke. So I know how to get in.
So that was my question. I'm just learning this, but in your opinion, I think you're leaning towards the one that's gonna cost a little bit more, but it's gonna be more effective, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if we did that, I would recommend that we, and part of that resolution be to reject the bids with the approval to advertise for a FDR with cement stabilization project for County Road 16 between County Road 15 and County Road 37, along with approval of agreement for geotechnical services for mix design, pending approval by the county attorney.
That's basically like the resolution we had on 23, is it not, Heath? Didn't we have basically that same resolution? for
Yes.
23, so all we gotta do is just change the county road number.
Should be. The attorney and the company worked out the agreement, so hopefully they'll provide the same agreement with a different road
Part
number.
of it is a rescinding those bids.
Yeah, we can do it,
Reject
we
the
can do it
bid.
in 2 different motions. Reject the bids, accept them, then reject them. No? No, we wouldn't need to accept them, then reject them, we
No,
just
you just,
reject them.
you just reject the
Yeah.
bid.
Okay. All right, what next, Heath?
That's all he's got.
There won't be a need for budget amendments for these projects because they'll, with October 1st approaching, these invoices will come in next fiscal year. So we'll just need to, I'll get with Makisha, we'll go back and amend the budget proposals to account for these projects in next year's budget.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
That looks like everything. All right,
Thank
thank
you
you,
for your
sir. Okay, commissioners, Butch
No, sir.
Billingsley, Commissioner Darrell Bone,
No, sir.
Commissioner Alan Childers.
Yes, I do. will be asking the commission to approve a proclamation for Connie Bainbridge. I think it was included in your packet. I won't read it tonight, I'll read it tomorrow night, but just to highlight, Connie Bainbridge has been engaged in economic development decades now, and she's done so much for our county. And I just think that this commission should recognize that. And if you'll take a look at your proclamation, it's in your packet, and then I'll read this out in public tomorrow night. And I think Connie will be here as well. I can read it now if you.
No, it's good.
The commission would prefer.
We're good.
All right, I get Mr. Perkins to read it.
No, we're good. Okay, anything else there, Commissioner Childers?
Not right now.
Okay, Commissioner Hall.
Yes, I'll be presenting a resolution for the purchase of distinctive counter tariff for certain statutory purposes, and we will discuss our shirts. Do I need to send them down now or tomorrow? I'll just send everyone a copy down that way.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And so I'll be presenting that after we look at them and decide what these gentlemen want to wear.
Put one down at Joe's place.
It's
I got you.
Right.
okay. And we'll hash it out, and each one of us can decide what we want, correct?
Yes.
Commissioner, okay?
Yep.
All right, that's good. That's all I have.
All right. I think Commissioner Childers had one other thing.
I do. I just recognize that Director Bollock was not on our agenda for tonight. I wanted to just do an update on my part and allow her to tell us, she's been up, I don't know what time she got up. I know that she was in Birmingham at 3:30 this morning. And so there's pretty good movement down there at the animal shelter, and Director Bollock, you would like to
Come on
us
up.
that.
Good to have
We're
you.
graciously blessed to be able to have a reoccurring flight to go north for our animals, dogs, cats. There's a couple months where we don't have it, but it's kind of like a collaboration between a couple rescues, some other animal care shelters or humane societies. So we got to go to the airport this morning and meet the pilots and things like that. So we actually were up at 2 a.m., got to be there first thing this morning. So they can hold, depending on the weight of the animals, it's like 60 to 80 animals on the plane.
Dang.
So we're very blessed that we got to be a part of that to kind of help send some of the animals out. And also this group, so they have multiple branches up north as well, and they're gonna help showcase some of our animals here to their people in that rescue there, so that way if they wanna adopt one of the animals, since we do have a 60-day time limit, then they can pull them and they're gonna fly them out right away. So they,
Is this a new group you're working with?
so they've helped us before. They pulled 32 dogs for us before. They are getting ready to pull, I think, 16 tomorrow. We're driving them up to, they're a couple hours north from us, but, yeah, they've helped us before, and we're just kind of trying to collaborate together so that way we can move as many out the front door compared to the back door, so.
Yes.
Very good. Huh? Anybody got questions or comments for
So,
Christina?
you heard the word collaboration.
Yeah.
This lady has been networking beyond the old networks that were available, and she has been able to not only work with 2 or 3 different rescues that are now pulling animals from us, but also working with, having animals pulled and helping other shelters, not just rescues, but other shelters from other parts of Alabama. And so she's building a great network that's gonna be sustainable for a long time. We appreciate you.
We're hoping, so,
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, Christine. You do an excellent job.
well, thank you. Appreciate your guys' support.
Thank you.
Good?
Thank you. Okay, Commissioner Headley's not here. Commissioner Perkins doesn't have anything.
Didn't even ask.
I'm not giving him a chance. Tomorrow night, I will be asking for the letter that's under the old business to be set aside. I'll be asking for a motion to set that letter aside. And I will have a new letter that I will read. This one will be addressed to Brightspeed. And I'll be asking for a resolution to, accept that. And each of you should have a copy that I emailed to you about this. And we've got department heads that I think we need to send for some training since they are over employees. There's, what was it, 4 different courses that we looked at the other day?
Yeah, there's, overview of county government, personnel, ethics, and finance and revenue.
Okay.
For a basic level certificate.
The personnel comes up before our new budget, so we need, I'm gonna ask for a motion tomorrow night to send our department heads to these, for these courses, and it will include, transportation, parks, road department,
You got probate, you got revenue commissioner.
yeah, all of those, all the
Should be every
elected
department
officials,
head.
litter control, and this,
Control.
yeah, animal control, these will be mandatory, so, where we're gonna pass this. And the Cook County, of course, we're gonna pay for these courses for you to learn how to handle people, basically.
I do have a question. So you mentioned people involved in the interview process having classes. Are you just wanting the department heads or the list of people from that department that are involved?
I think we had discussed just department heads.
Yeah, it was department heads, we discussed doing this, cause, you know, this could run off into
Well, I know.
several people on these interviews. Department head should be the one controlling the people in the interview process, or either the HR. Terry should be, you know, controlling that.
Well, there's, when the, department head is trained, they'll have material that they can come back and share at a high level with anyone that they want involved in interviewing.
Right.
So,
Yeah, this is to train our department heads in personnel, finance, anything to do with the department, trying to get them trained to do as good a job as possible. Not saying they're not doing a good job, it's just to help enhance what they're doing. All right, that is all I have for tonight. I'll adjourn this work session. We'll be back here 6:30 tomorrow.